So, you know, it just comes with the game, man. You get better things, you're obviously gonna have to pay more for them. What's good, LouieXIII? Welcome back to another episode of Who is LouieXIII? I am Louie. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today on this beautiful day. I'm out here with my dog. Look at her, she's tripping. She's tripping on, girl. And today, what we're gonna be talking about is some things that you guys need to know before you purchase a wide body, specifically the wide body Hellcat, SCATPACK, or whatever wide body package you get, Challenger, Charger, all that. It's basically on, you know, things you need to know when getting the wide body package, because there are some specific things that you should know. But before we get into that, you know, I always gotta say, if you enjoy the content, if you fuck with me, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, drop a comment down below, tell me your thoughts, tell me what I can improve on, tell me what you guys want to see, what you guys want to talk about, and we're gonna get to it all. I'm gonna finish up this little walk real quick, and then we're gonna jump right to it. All right, so as you guys can see, we are now at the whips here, or well, the whip, because we ain't gonna be talking about that one. But all right, so the first thing that we're gonna start with some things that you guys need to know when you're purchasing the wide body package. And I should have added this to the list of the things that I hate, but I don't think I seen it. I don't think I saw it before I made that video. But man, this is something that I really hate about having the wide body package. And what it is these little rock chips here. See all these rock chips right on the fender, man. And I've had this car for like 2 months now, I'd say, and all these right here, that's not dirty, those are all rock chips, man. All on the side right there, even one right here. Oh no, that's not a rock chip, you stupid. But yeah, look at all those rock chips. And I think this side is worse than the other side. But these little things right here, these little mud flap rock things, I don't know what, rock protectors, whatever you want to call them. I don't know if it does protect a little bit, but it definitely don't do enough, as you can see from the damage. Let's go check the other side and see how that looks. But I mean, as you can see, the thing is looking nice and pretty, man. But look, not too much damage on this side. I don't know why that side has more damage than this side does here, but maybe because I swing it the way that I usually swing it, I don't know. But that side definitely has a lot of damage, and this one doesn't have much, so I don't know why that is. But it still does have a couple rock chips in there, if you can see, if you look closely. I don't know if you guys can notice it on the camera, but there is definitely some rock chippage in the fender flares. So yeah, that is one major thing that I dislike about this, that I hate about this, man. I mean, obviously I'll still go with the wide body package every time, but that's one thing you guys got to know, is you're gonna get a lot of rock chips when you got the wide body package. Now the front is all good. Right here I got a little rock chip, but you know, that just comes with the game, man. I don't think that has to do with the wide body, but man, look at this rock chip right here. Ain't that about a bitch? Tons of rock chips, man. But specifically because of the wide body package would be all this right here. Man, that's a lot, I ain't gonna lie. And another thing that you guys got to know if you're getting the wide body package is it comes with the bigger wheels, the 305s. As you can see, this came with the Pirellis. They give you several options from the wheels that you want to get, but I got the Pirellis. I believe these are all season, the 305s, and it's a wider tire. So you know, you got to know that when you're getting the wide body package, you're going to be spending more money on tires because it comes with the 305. You know what I'm saying? So this is something that you got to be prepared for. I like the wider tires. You know, as I say, you got to pay to play. What is this right here? I thought that was a scratch. All right, we good, we good. So, you know, it just comes with the game, man. You get better things, you're obviously gonna have to pay more for them. So the wider tires are gonna cost you more. That's something that you gotta know. And it's not just in the back, it is in the front as well. So you got wider tires in the front and in the back. So just be prepared. If you're gonna get the wide body, you're gonna have to pay a little extra on the tires. And while we're down here, it doesn't just come with the wider tires, but it also comes with the bigger brakes. The Brembo 6-piston brakes in the front, and then I believe 4 in the back. Don't quote me because I'm not sure about the back ones, but you guys can tell, I believe that's 4-piston. But this is definitely the 6-piston, same ones that come on the Hellcat. And that's something that you're getting when you get the wide body package. So it's something that you guys got to know. You're going to be spending more money on the tires and more money on the brake pads. It looks good, you know, especially the red brake calipers, you feel me, matching the red guts. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see, I got the tin on there now, but if you're familiar with my videos, then you already seen the red guts, so you already know what it is in there. But right there, 2 things that you guys need to be prepared for if you're getting the wide body package. You're gonna be paying more on tires, and you're gonna be paying more on the brakes. Now for this next one, let's just go ahead and hop in the whip, because I don't know how this wind is affecting the sound. Hopefully it ain't affecting it too much. All right, so as you can see, we are now in the whip. And for those of you who are not familiar with my 2020 Dodge Charger 392 Scat Pack wide body, you guys thought you were gonna get through a whole video without hearing that, huh? Nah, man, you know I gotta say it. But for those of you who are not familiar, check out the red guts, man. Check it out, man. You know, we got the Napa leather, the Alcantara suede combo, the best combo in the game, you feel me? And you know, there's different options you could get. We'll talk more about that in a different video. I've talked about that in other videos. We got the full review on this beast coming up soon, this Beauty and the Beast all in one. So stay tuned for that. We got the full review coming up super soon, very, very soon. So stay tuned for that. I've had it for 2 months, so I'm gonna be able to tell you guys everything I like about it, you know, all the options that this one in particular has. You know, we'll get a little bit into the analytics. I don't know too much about all the analytics, but we'll get into that a little bit. So, but as far as what we're talking about here, the next thing that you guys got to know, and I'm sure you're aware of this if you're considering getting the wide body, maybe not though, is the wide body package is an extra $6,000. And I've talked about this in my previous videos. Like I said before, if you guys are unfamiliar with me and you haven't seen any of my stuff, go back and check it out. I might have some stuff that you're interested in there. I got a little bit of entertainment, you know, some races, you know, a little bit of burnout, some drifting. Little bit, you know, so I got some entertainment sprinkled in there and a lot of informative stuff as well. So go back and check that out. Tell me if there's anything else that I missed that you guys want to talk about, and I'll be sure to get to it. Anything that you guys want to see, like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm gonna get to it. So let's go ahead and turn this thing on though. As you can see, SRT. I don't know why they call it the RT. Why do they call it the RT Scat Pack? The motherfucker says SRT right there. It has the SRT engine. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. To me, this is the SRT Scat Pack. So let's just say that. But yeah, let's turn this beast on. I'll open it up.
That's what she said.
So this is not a cold start, but you can hear a little bit of it. Something light, but we're turning it on to get a little bit of air conditioning up in this bitch. And I'm not too fond of the air conditioning myself, but when it's hot as a motherfucking hot box oven up in this bitch, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. So we gonna get that going right quick, that way I don't burn up in this motherfucker. And sorry for all the cussing, you know, I'm trying to cut down on it and all that, but you know, I can't help myself sometimes, man. I just can't help myself. But if you're familiar with my old videos, like I've said hella times in this video already, you'll see I've improved, because I used to just cuss every other word, but I've been improving. You know, I've been expanding my vocabulary a little bit, so you guys, you know, you should be proud of me. I'm trying to get to this YouTube paper, you know what I'm saying? So getting monetized, I don't know if I gotta, you know, the people that I rock with, that I watch, they don't cuss all the time, but they cuss every now and then. So I mean, you just gotta be yourself too at the end of the day. That's what it all boils down to. So let's turn this on, you know, show you guys a little bit of this. Boom, boom. We got the AC, max AC, yes sir. All right, yeah, get a little bit of Coolidge, up in here. But yeah, so you guys are gonna be paying $6,000 extra for the wide body package. Now for me, it was totally worth it because that's something that I always wanted. As you guys can see, I got the 2011. You see that? I don't know if you guys can see it. If you guys can see it, and also if you're familiar with my old videos, as I keep saying, then you would have seen my RT before, but that's the 2011 Dodge Challenger RT, and I was considering putting the wide body package on that before I got this beauty right here. But you know, I don't know, I just I wanted an upgrade. You know, the RT wasn't doing it for me anymore, even though that is a dope car and I got videos on it in the past if you want to check it out. But you know, I wanted an upgrade. I needed more power. I'm a driving individual, so you know, my whip game is proper. I got bars, so you know, don't sweat that. So you know, I needed a little upgrade, and you know, once I seen they had the scat packs with the wide bodies, man, you know, I was all over it. So the 6,000 wasn't a big deal for me. It was a little bit like, damn, that's a good amount, but it wasn't enough to be a deal breaker for me. For some of you, it is a deal breaker, but I mean, to me, at first I've said this plenty of times before, I didn't like how the Chargers were when they first came out. I didn't start liking them until they started looking like this. I believe they started doing it in what, 2016 maybe? I don't know, I still haven't looked that up, but it was somewhere around that time when they started making this generation of Chargers where I was really like, dang, those really look good, you know what I'm saying? And the 70 Charger is my favorite vehicle of all time. I've always wanted a 70 Charger.
Wow. 900 horses of Detroit muscle. It's a beast.
Ever since before I seen the Fast and the Furious, like that was always my favorite vehicle. So even when I seen it in there, I was like, damn, they got the 70 Charger in that bitch. So you know, that's always been my favorite vehicle. But the Charger just never really did it for me until they started making this generation of Charger. Then I really started to like them. But you know, the narrow bodies, I don't know, it's just like something about them. They're too, like, I don't know, they ain't got much shape on them. When you look at them from the side, the front is aggressive as hell, beautiful from the front, but when you look at them from the side, it's just not the same, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, I just don't know how to put it. It's like when you see a chick from the front and I mean, she's just looking right, and then you just see her from the side and it's like,
Girl, no, to the no, 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 yeah, to the no.
Well, what the hell happened? You know what I'm saying? It's like something like that. But it's just something about these wide bodies, the fender flares. Like, the fender flares do so much to these cars, and that's really all they did. That's really all they did to change it. I mean, there's not much else changed. There's little things here and there, and we'll talk more about it in the full review that I got coming. But I mean, the fender flares just add so much. It makes it look more beefy, obviously, more aggressive from the front. It just gives it more shape, obviously, you know, and it does so much for me. And I've always wanted a wide body vehicle. I've just always been attracted, you know, even with my women, man, I always liked the curvaceous, you know, especially when I was younger. I would like, that was my thing. I like thick, you know, curves, all that. Now that I've grown up a little, you know, I like petite more now, but like slim thick, you know what I'm saying? I like slim thick. I don't like, that's a whole different subject. We don't need to get into all that, but
boy, if you don't,
when it comes to vehicles, I've always liked fender flares. I've always liked wide bodies. They just always looked so good to me. So once I seen these, I was just like, man, that's the one right there, you know what I'm saying? I had to get it. And the reason I didn't get a Challenger, we're gonna get into that more. I'm gonna drop a video on why I didn't get a Challenger, because I've had a Challenger in the past, as you guys saw. And we're gonna get into why I got the Charger over the Challenger, so look out for that. That's gonna be dropping soon as well. But yeah, man, the 6,000, that's something that you guys gotta know, because it's gonna be a deal breaker for some of you, and it's just something that I wanted to mention. So 6,000 for the wide body package. Another thing, and I'm not sure if this is because of the wide body, this is my first time ever driving a Charger when I got this, so I'm not sure how the turn radius is, but that's one thing I do gotta mention, is the turn radius on this vehicle is not very good at all. Like, if you see, I used to be able to, like, from right here, I would be able to turn and make that turn without hitting the curb in my old Challenger, and in this vehicle I can't do that. I gotta pull back, reverse before I could turn all the way. So the turn radius on this vehicle is not as good as the Challenger. As I said, I don't know if that's because of the wide body or not, or if that's just a Challenger thing. I don't know if it's because of the wider tires, you know, I don't know, but that's just one thing you guys got to know, is the turn radius is not very good. You know, this is, I think that's a fair amount of room to be able to make that turn, you know, a little U-turn right there, but it just can't do it. And look, I'll show you guys real quick, just so you guys can see. Check it out. And I'm not gonna do it in my Challenger, but you guys are just gonna have to take my word. Oh, see, I almost made it, but barely didn't. And in the Challenger, I used to be able to make that no problem. And I thought I was gonna be able to make it that time. I thought I was just about to prove myself wrong right there, you know what I'm saying? Make myself look stupid, but yeah, man, I can't make that turn anymore. And that is something that I used to do with ease in the Challenger. But that for me, that's not a big deal, you know? That's not a big deal at all. I don't really care about that. I didn't get this vehicle to be making super sharp turns, you know, doing U-turns like that. So that's not nothing to me. It's just something that I thought I would mention for you guys, just in case, you know, you guys are getting this vehicle to be able to make super sharp turns, which I highly doubt, but you never know. It's just something to mention. But other than that, the only other thing is, if you're not familiar with bigger vehicles, I mean, the Challenger is not a small vehicle, so I mean, it's a pretty big vehicle, and I've driven 26-foot trucks, so I mean, big vehicles are nothing to me. But if you're coming from like a Miata or something very small, then it's something you got to know. It's different being in a big ass vehicle like this. I mean, this vehicle right here is the size of a damn minivan, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure they measured it, and it's the same size as the Dodge minivan from front to back. So, and that's not counting the width of it either. So if you're coming from a small vehicle, it's something that you got to know. You got to get used to it, because it's going to be different squeezing through little spots and driving and, you know, turning around places that you usually would turn in a smaller vehicle. You're not going to be able to do certain things. You're not going to be able to squeeze through certain spots, and you got to know that, because you're going to end up fucking up your whole side of your whip, scratching up against something, you know, because you're not experienced with the wider vehicle. So that's something that you guys got to know. It is totally different. It's like driving a damn boat. That's why they call these things boats, because it is literally like driving a boat. But let me tell you one other thing is, it doesn't maneuver like a boat. Even though the turn radius sucks, don't let that fool you. And I'm not going to get too much into detail, because this isn't about that, and I'm going to have more videos on that in the full review. But you know, the handling on this is no slouch. It's not a damn Porsche or a Lambo or, you know, a Viper or nothing like that. But don't let it fool you, man. The handling ain't a slouch. So, and it gets up. I mean, everybody knows that it's faster than the Challenger. So, you know, just because it's a boat don't mean it can't go. But other than that, you know, that's pretty much what you guys got to know when you're purchasing these wide body vehicles, whether it's a Challenger, a Charger, a SCATPACK, a Hellcat. They're all the same when it comes to the wide body, the width. The Chargers might be a little wider. I'm not sure. I didn't really look into that. You might want to take a look into that. But either way, they're both big vehicles. They're both pretty wide. So it's all stuff that you guys need to be aware of. You're going to be spending more on the tires, more on the brakes. You're going to be getting the rock chips in the fender flares. So don't be dumb like me. Get the protection right when you get it. get the ceramic coating, get the little, they got, I forgot what they call it, but there's a little strip and it's a protective like plastic type thing that they put. I would definitely put that on the front of your vehicle for sure, and on the fender flares. Without a doubt, that's something that you definitely have to do. I didn't do it, and you guys saw the results of that. Fucking rock chips everywhere. So definitely you guys got to do that. Other than that, I might have missed some stuff, maybe not, I don't know. I don't really plan these out too much, so I just wing it. But I think I covered everything when you're getting a wide body vehicle, such as the Charger, Challenger, you know, all that. Hellcat, SCATPACK, Hellcat, REDEYE, Demon, all that stuff. So if you guys are in the market, just take all this into account. Hopefully this helps out. If you guys enjoy the content, if you fuck with me, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, drop a comment down below, tell me your thoughts. Tell me what you guys want to talk about. Tell me what you guys want to see, and we're gonna get it done. That's a fact. Every subscription, every like, every comment, it all goes a very long way. So please do that for me if you rock with me, and I appreciate it so very much, more than you guys know. But that's it for this one, guys. As I said, thank you guys so much. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. Who is LouieXIII? Checking out. Salute. See you guys next time.